Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome to my old and new subbies. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. As the thumbnail show, we are bringing you our first Christmas DIY video of this season, and it is Peppermint theme, lovies. So I'm super excited about it. I have 6 projects for you guys today. A couple of them are kind of iffy. Okay, so we got a solid 4 and a possible 2. If any of y'all play spades, you'll know what I'm talking about. All about those possibles. All right, they can make or break you. All right, so I'm taking this Merry Christmas sign from Hobby Lobby, guys, and I'm gonna tell y'all, love you, straight up, right up front. This is a shenanigans filled video, okay? It is a little bit lengthy. I tried to narrow it down as much as I could, but you know, hey, this is how we go. This is how it goes. All right, so what you see I did there, I painted with some red paint, and then I went in and I gave it a little frosting with not frosting, but a little dusting with some silver rub and buff. Okay, just to give that kind of frosted look. So then I had these greenery picks that I had from Hobby Lobby as well. All of this was in my stash. That wood drain board there I got from Daiso when before I moved here, when I lived in California. So I had that in my stash as well. And I really wanted that wood to come through. And that piece was not big enough. Now, it was cute, but I was like, I really want more of that wood to show. So you're going to see here in a few minutes, I'm going to switch it out. Because I thought that was cute, but I'm like, I want to do some more to this, right? And so let me just tell y'all also, you know, me adding stuff to stuff. This was that video, y'all. Okay, a couple videos back, I told y'all we just craft and we like to add stuff to stuff, and this was one of those videos. But I gotta say, I think this piece came out cute. So I took a larger one of the drain boards from Daiso. And Daiso is just like a Dollar Tree Plus, basically, but their price point starts at $1.75, and I think it maxed out at $20. But it's pretty much the same. Now this here board and the other one had 2 in a pack. This one is 1 in a pack, and they were both $1.75. So even if you were to recreate this with Dollar Tree products, you're gonna come out paying way more than what I would have paid there. So anyway, that greenery was really good. So what I did with everything, I didn't want to glue it down, so I just zip tied it to the wood pieces, both the Merry Christmas and the greenery, all of it zip tied. So then I had these peppermint ornaments in my stash, right? So I was just going to use 1 at first. Then I got to looking, I was like, well, let me use 2. Once I put the 2 on, and I was like, you guys are going to see in a few minutes, I decided, okay, let me go with 3. Because I was adding stuff to stuff. Okay, because that's what I do. All right. So the only downfall to these peppermint ornaments was the string on it was gold. And because I did the Merry Christmas in silver, it was a little off. But it was not so off that it just took away from the project, because it still came out cute in my opinion. So I'm just adding little dabs of hot glue just to make sure those strings stay in place. The little knots that I put back there, cutting the strings down. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, it needs something, right? Because I was going to stop here. I was telling myself, stop here. So now I want to keep going. So then I was like, all right, well, you can have peppermint. And you know, when you do peppermint, you have to have gingerbread. So I had one of these little gingerbread ornaments that I got from Walmart, and I was like, well, let's put that in the middle. I was like, no, I don't like that. So then I decided, okay, I'm still trying to make myself believe it looks nice there. So I was like, no, let's put it behind the Merry, like he's peeking out behind the Merry Christmas. And I like that, and I didn't have to glue it down. So that was even better. So that means I could possibly use this for something else later, right? So here we go in with 3. I'm like, oh, look at that, they're just dangling. They're so cute. I wish they had bells to them or something. So then right here, I'm going to take some of this jute rope and that you can get from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add that to the back as a hanger. So what I'm doing is I'm just tying off some little knots first, because I want to make this look like the knots are sitting in the front. Now, I'm sure you've seen this everywhere. All crafters have done this, and this is just a way to give that illusion, like I said, to make the knot appear as though or the jute twine appear as though that it's tied in the front opposed to the back. So once I get those tied off, as you can see there, I'm just cutting them down, and then I'm going to just, if I hadn't already done so, I'm going to add some hot glue to them. But right here, I'm going to go ahead just to make sure I have this in place really well. I'm going to add in some hot glue. All right, I do use Gorilla Hot Glue. It doesn't fail me often. Well, it really doesn't fail me. It actually holds up pretty nice, but I am going to go in with my staple gun, and I'm going to just make sure it doesn't fail me, and I'm going to add some staples to the back of this. Okay, so you can add a couple or however many you want. It's totally up to you if you choose to recreate this. Now, you can definitely do this using some paint stir sticks. You would probably come out cheaper using paint stir sticks that you can find at any of our home improvement stores, or it may be equivalent to what I paid for it at Daiso. Just thought about that right now. So here I am still cutting down those little knots. Like I said, I'm going to just add a little dab of hot glue to them just so they don't unravel, and I'm going to put them right in the front there. And so once I get those tacked on, I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, it still needs something else. It needs more stuff. And as I've told you guys, when there's nobody here to stop me, what do? I just keep going. So I kept going. So then I'm taking some of these acrylic little red bows I had in my stash. We're going to cover up that little gold ribbon that's that has the hanging peppermints on it. I didn't want to see that gold ribbon, so I was like, okay, how can I cover that up? So I took these little they're little resin bows, and I just put those right on top of there. But I still wasn't satisfied, y'all. Off camera, I do go in and I add some more little peppermint. There's some little acrylic peppermints that I had. You're going to see that in just a minute. But what I decided here, because you could see the zip tie that I put on there, I put a white zip tie on there. I just decided to add in a little paint just to kind of blend it together. And it helped a little bit, not like all that, but it did help to mask that, those zip ties. So that's where I added in some more peppermint, little acrylic peppermints that I had in my stash. I was like, okay, we need more stuff here. So then, oh yeah, baby, it was happening, okay? It was going down in this video. So then I have this little curly ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's part of a bow. That came 2 in a pack. I had this in my stash as well, so I cut some of the little curly cues off of there, and I decided to make some little curly bows. Now, as you can see, my brain was not receiving the bow, so I had to talk to my brain and say, let's just stop and think about this. And so it finally came together, and I just made a very simple shoelace bow. That's it. Okay. Super adorable. I love the little curly cues on it. And these we're going to put just above the knots right there, because again, why? We're adding stuff to stuff, right? When nobody's here to stop us, we just keep going. And so that's what I did. So I just had a little bit of hot glue right there. I'm going to tack that onto the top. And I do apologize, guys. I was out of frame. I don't know. This is just really horrible when it comes to me recording. I'm thinking it's all up in the camera, and it's all up not. So, but you will see everything in the final reveal. So stick around for that. But first, lovies, yes, I am being joined today by my friend Jenny from Lovely Moments Creating. It has been a minute. We talked a couple days ago, and she wanted to do a collab. I was all down for it. So we decided to bring you guys Christmas DIY. So stop by, tell her I said hello. I will have her information in my description box below. I can't wait to see what she creates for you guys. So next, as we jump into project number 2, we're going to take this little I'm going to say it's chipboard cones. It comes in like, I think a pack of 6 or 8 you can get from Hobby Lobby. Had that in my stash as well. And I'm just going in with some red paint right here. Now what you see I'm doing is, as I was painting this, this was like a happy mistake. I was rolling it around on that napkin, and it started giving this texture almost like a waffle cone texture, right? So I want it, guys, okay? And this is a moment here where it just didn't play out right. This is shenanigans part 1, okay? So I wanted to make a peppermint ice cream cone. Okay, so I took this little snowball ornament or orb ornament that you can find at Dollar Tree. Then I had these red and white Chanel stems or pipe cleaners, whatever you want to call them. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, we're going to wrap this around and it's going to give the whole candy cane peppermint look, right? Yeah, no, and no. That's not what happened. So I was going and I was like skipping every other line. And I was like, May, what is this? What are you doing, May? What are you doing? And I was like, okay. So I had to think about it, right? So I was like, well, what can we do? We can add more stuff, right? So I took this little pom-pom trim, right, that you can find at Dollar Tree. Added that to it. I was like, ugh, that's not cute, May. So I'm still thinking, what can you do to it? Add more stuff, girlfriend. So then I decided to take another one of these little acrylic peppermints I had, put that in the top. Now I thought that was cute, but the rest of this was not working for me. So what I decided to do was add in some more Chanel stems to fill in those blank spots. Set that to the side because I'm like, this is still not cute to me. It's not my vision. Not what I wanted to do. So then I took one of the little wood medallions there. I think it's about 2 inches in size. I don't know where I got it from. It was in my stash. Then I took 3 of these little wood cubes you can find at Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square section. I put that on the bottom to create feet, as you can see there. So then I was like, okay, now we're going to go ahead and add our ice cream cone like it, fell over, right? We're going to add a little hot glue to this. And I'm still like, I'm not digging this. Not digging it at all. It's not what I wanted to do. It's not the vision I had. So now, right here, guys, this is where I took our peppermint ice cream cone and I turned it into a peppermint helicopter. Yes, the first ever peppermint helicopter. If you ever wanted to see one, you saw it today. Okay? So that ribbon, don't ask me why I decided to put it on the tail. I went with it because it had like the burlap color and then it had the little red and white stripes on it. And I was like, okay, this goes together, gives me gingerbread vibes, gingerbread peppermint vibes, right? So I painted the feet. Hot mess all around, guys. Okay, so we had to hurry and get through that because that was just a mess. So now we're moving on to project number 3. Now, if you blink, you might miss this one, okay? I'm going to take one of these little vases that you can find, or crafts, whatever you want to call them. You'll find them in the party section at Dollar Tree, right? So I took some more of that curly Q ribbon and I meshed it all up with some fairy lights, stuffed that down in there as you can see. Then I took these little candy canes you can find at Dollar Tree. Now, I'm not usually a fan of tinsel and all that stuff. I don't really care for it a lot, but on this particular piece, I was like, it works. I'm digging it. We're going to keep it. All right. So all I'm going to do here is figure out what side I want to put this on. I'm going to take it and put some hot glue on the back of it. And then we're just going to adhere it to the front of this vase. Now, you're looking at this and thinking, May, this is really simple. It's not really a craft. You're just putting stuff to stuff. Right. But when I show you guys in the final reveal how cute this is, it is so adorable. Like, it is so stinking cute. It looks like a little Christmas tree is coming through it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it and I was loving it. I was digging it. Okay, now you can put candy canes in here. You can put florals in here. I just chose to go with this berry pick that I had got from Hobby Lobby because it was in my stash. We're gluing that battery pack to the back of this. You can't even see it. And that's it for this piece, guys, right? All right, project number, I don't know. What are we on? Project number 4. Right. So what you see here is I took some real little Starlight mints, right? And I got those from Walgreens. It was cheaper to get them from there. And I'm going to take one of these wood rounds you can get from Dollar Tree. And then that little wreath form I had in my stash because I was a dodo bird and I thought I was ordering something else off of Amazon. And that's what I got, like a pack of like 12 or something, like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm still using them. But anyway, now this is an oldie but goodie. I've always wanted to do this. Now this was really popular a few years ago where people were making wreaths using real peppermints. And I really liked the idea of that. And so I wanted to try it. I don't know how many peppermints I used. I didn't use all of them. And this was not a perfect piece, but you know, it came together. Okay, so what you see right here is I took one of these napkins out of my stash. You see I'm removing the plies from there because it was a 3-ply napkin. Then next we're gonna just go ahead and put it on my heat press pad, and we're going to just apply a little heat just to get it nice and crisp for us, nice and flat, get all the wrinkles out, because we're going to do some decoupaging. I've already added Mod Podge to our wood round. So once I get that all flat out, I'm going to just go in with my water pen and outline the parts that I want to remove. Now, I will say, this did come out cute, but this is where I just have to go ahead and accept the fact that, you know, I'm not always the brightest bulb under the lampshade, okay? And you guys will see why as we get through this project. Yeah, my light was a little dim on this one, okay? Because I was trying to be a lazy crafter, which I often do. But anyway, okay, so now that everything's painted, and I just used some Snow White paint for the wood round, and I used some, I think it's Red Engine paint by Folk Art for the this wreath form here. So I'm just going in with some Aliens tacky glue, some hot glue, and we're going to just put that on. And of course you guys see I did not put it on right, because you can see the little white sticking out from behind because I didn't line it up right. But I was trying to move fast to get that hot glue on there, and I laid it down too fast. But anyway, it doesn't make a break. You won't really see it anyway in the end. But once I get that on there, I'm just going to place that little piece of napkin where I want it, and I'm going to apply some heat to it just to reactivate that Mod Podge on there. And that's all you have to do. And of course, we are going to seal that with Mod Podge later. But right here, I'm just taking this cute little Merry Christmas ornament, and we're going to add that right above the candy canes. This is so cute, and I probably should have just left it right here. I probably should not have added in those peppermints, but because I wanted a peppermint wreath, I decided to keep going. So once I do that, I'm taking some little peppermint embellishments. They're like little confetti, like little thingies, and I'm just adding them where the little holes were for the hanging piece on the Merry Christmas. And I also put one on the eye in Christmas. Okay, and so here I'm just going in and I start adding in those peppermints. No rhyme, no reason. I'm just going. Okay, I'm just putting them on there. Now I probably should have had a rhyme, and I probably should have had a reason, because there were some gaps. It was not perfect, and you could tell, like, it's not perfect at all. But I was like, I'm invested. I'm gonna see this thing through. And so that's what I did. And all I used was some hot glue here. Now, I will say, depending on your climate where you are, you may want to use, you know, a heavier duty glue on this, because they do tend to wiggle off quite easily. And also, I forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, you can see it's not perfectly round, and I don't know how I should have layered them out, but I just went with it. You know, it was my first time attempting this, and I don't think it was horrible. But right here, I'm going in and I'm adding in the hanger, because I forgot to put holes in here to create a hanger, because I put the holes on the bottom because I had put this on wrong. It was a whole thing, okay? And so I was like, well, I'll just put holes in it with my crocodile, and I forgot. So I'm going in with some hot glue, and then I'm just gonna staple it down, as you can see right here, and that's working fine for now. It hasn't fallen on the floor yet, so I think we're okay. So then next, I'm just going in with my hot gun to give this a gloss, and to also melt the glue webs that are on there. So then this is where that light bulb got a little dim, y'all. I was like, okay, there's a reason you spray this to seal it and not use Mod Podge or anything else, because it's a real food product, May. It has dye in it. Hello. So of course I'm adding the Mod Podge because I wanted to take the easier way out. Instead of taking it out to the garage and just spraying it, I put the Mod Podge on it, and it smeared, and it gave this, you know, the red just blended with the white, which wasn't horrible. But do the right thing, people. That's all I can say. Do the right thing. Don't do what I do unless you don't care. So then I just take one of these felt ribbons. It is a sticker, and I just added that on there, and that's it for that project. Oh, I don't know why y'all come back to hang out with me, but I love y'all for it. So next we have this trivet that I had found at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale for 50%. Then I had this little gingerbread little cutting board. What is the thing called? Ornament that I had got from Walmart either last year or the year before. And I didn't like that ribbon that came on there, so I took another piece of little curly Q ribbon thingy there, and I'm cutting it down, and I'm gonna make kind of a curly Q little bow. Well, it's not gonna even be a bow. I'm not gonna put a bow there because I'm gonna be putting a bow somewhere else, but I just wanted something on there, so I just tied a little knot in it and cut it down and kind of put it off to the side a little bit. And I really like that because I feel like that little curly Q-y thingy matched with the trivet. Okay, and this is something I just wanted for the kitchen. I thought this would be really cute to put on my back door in the kitchen. Okay, so once I get that glued down, I'm gonna take some of my little some little embellishments I had here. I had a gingerbread and a candy cane, and I just put those on there just to, I don't know, again, embellishments. Then I'm going to take some hot glue, and I'm just going to add that to the center of this trivet. All right, so once we get that on there, then I decided, okay, I'm going to add, like I said, no, I didn't decide. This is where I go and put in the hanger, and I'm going to use some more jute twine, again tying into the whole, you know, gingerbread peppermint theme, even though this was more peppermint than gingerbread, you know, but still, or candy cane and gingerbread. I don't know which one it is. Is it candy cane and gingerbread or peppermint gingerbread? It's, you know, potato, right? I don't know. Anyway, so I felt like the jute twine would match the little piece that we put in the middle. And so then I'm going to add that bow there. But what is going to happen here is once I add the bow in there, I was like, it still needed something. I don't think it really needed something, but this was the day, guys, where I was adding stuff to stuff. Remember that, okay? It was just another one of those kind of days. So got that on there, really cute. I probably should have stopped there, but no, I'm May. So I decided to add more jute twine to the front of this and then put the bow back on there. And I gotta say, I really am digging this. I think it's super cute. And that's all for this piece, guys. All right, now we're moving on into project number 6, which is Terracotta Teacup number 43. What? Yes, y'all, we are doing it. So right here, again, out the gate, shenanigans. All right, so I wanted to make a peppermint terracotta teacup, of course. And as I started doing it, I was like, yeah, that's looking like a popcorn can, May. Don't do it. Don't do it. So then I was like, well, let's try going to the side. That didn't work. So I X'd all of that. I don't think I took you guys through all of it. If I did, I apologize. I thought I edited it out, which I think I did. And I just was like, okay, now it's looking like a Chick-fil-A sign. What are you doing today, girl? All right, so here we are. We came to our senses. We turned that light bulb back on, and we just decided to go with some simple red and white paint without trying to be an artist today, okay? So then I'm taking one. I'm taking one of these candy cane stickers. I'm going to put that right on the front. Okay, we want stripes. This is how we're going to get our stripes today. Then I'm taking one of these wood medallions. I'm just going to glue that to the top part of our terracotta teacup. And for those who are joining us for the first time, what we've been doing on this channel is a terracotta teacup series where we take a terracotta pot, we add a handle to it, and turn it into a terracotta teacup with a theme. And today's theme is peppermint. We are on number 43 as of today. We are on the road to 50, but little birdie told me we are going to exceed 50 more than likely. But we are on the road to 50. So what you can see, what I did right there is I went in with half of my macrame ring. I didn't show it, but I just cut that in half, add that to the terracotta pot, and that's where the handle comes in. Then I glue this to the base, and there it is. Now I'm thinking this is super cute right here, May, right? So then I had this little peppermint tree. I think I got this from Hobby Lobby. It was in my stash, but I'm almost certain it came from Hobby Lobby. And so I'm just going to glue that right on top, not putting anything heavy, just in case I want to, you know, use it again for something else. Then I'm going to find some embellishments here. I'm going to use a little Santa Claus and a little snowman, and I'm going to put them on either side of the tree. This thing came out so adorable, y'all. I was like, this is so cute. This is cute. It really is cute. So once I put them on there, then I go in with some hot glue right here, and I'm just going to go in with some faux snow. Now, this is some faux snow that I got off of Temu quite a few years ago, probably about 2 or 3 years ago, because I don't order from Temu anymore, just because I had a bad experience with them. Other than that, if I didn't, I would still be ordering from them, but I don't anymore. So I'm just going in, adding the hot glue in, and then where I put that hot glue, I'm just adding in that faux snow, right? And that's it. I did that on the top and the bottom, and that's it for this piece. Oh, no, it's not. I decided to add in some more candy cane embellishments on here, just around the bottom, just to give it a little bit of color where the little faux snow that I put on the base of this, is at. So I was like, I don't know, because again, I was doing, you know, just adding stuff to stuff. That's what this video is about. Like I told you guys, like, it happens when nobody is here. Nobody decides to hang out with me while I'm crafting. This is what happens. This is what y'all get, okay? So this is where we are. But I just add a few little pieces on there. I don't think it takes away from the project at all. I just really think it adds, you know, just more to the peppermint theme, in my opinion. Did it need it? Probably not. Did I want it? Yes, I did. So what did I do? I added them. There you have it. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. All right, lovies, and that is it for our projects today. We are now going to jump into our final reveal, and you guys know the drill. I want to hear from you guys. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, because you guys know how much I love to chat with you guys after each and every video. All right, and if you are joining me for the first time from Jenny's channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you all here. I hope you guys saw something that inspired you, and hopefully you'll consider joining my YouTube family, because we would love to have you here. We love to have fun, as you guys can see. I promise the videos are not always this long. But I just was on fire with this. You know, I haven't been motivated in a while, and I was really excited to do this video. So yeah, I hope you guys are inspired, and I hope you guys come back to hang out with us, and let me know if you had a favorite of today. Look, y'all, see, it looks like a little Christmas tree. This is the vase. I thought that was so cute. Oh my goodness, I thought that was so stinking adorable. And here is our peppermint wreath. Okay, you gotta seal it, guys. We don't want an ant farm growing inside of our house. So I will definitely have to seal it. But I do think the Mod Podge worked out okay. I just don't like that it, you know, turned it red. But that's just how it happens. Here we are with our little hanging trivet. I think this is absolutely adorable today. It is hard for me to pick a favorite. I was pretty impressed with the vase, because although it was super simple, it really turned out really pretty in the end. Like, it just was really cute to me. So I don't know. I like the teacup. I like them all, except for our little peppermint helicopter here. I don't know about this one. I'm going to probably take that bow off of that one. And y'all can't tell me it don't look like a helicopter. It looks like a helicopter. It does. Oh my goodness. And here is Terracotta teacup number 43. I think it is absolutely adorable as well. Also, guys, what I like to do at the end of each video, just for fun, is to run all of the terracotta teacups we have created for this series. It goes by pretty fast, so stick around and tell me if you see one in there that you like. And also, if you have an idea for a new one, we do have a running list going, and we are adding some good ones. Quite a few people in the last video gave me 2 really good ideas, and I was like, yes, I love this. So they made the list as well. I'm excited for those whenever we can squeeze them into a video. It'll probably be after the Christmas season for one of them, but I'm excited about it. But here are all the terracotta teacups, guys, and I want to hear from you. Like I said, if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing, please, liking, sharing, and hyping. Don't forget to hype the videos, because that helps us small YouTube content creators out. So definitely, once you like, just swipe over or scroll over to your right, and there's a hype button. Go ahead and hype us up. I know it's already Thursday, so you probably hyped everybody up already, but even if you don't hype me, hype your favorite content creator. It helps them out. It helps me out so much to get our videos out there for others to see, to help us grow our community, because like I said, we have so much fun here. We craft, we laugh, we pray together. We do it all on this channel. So definitely, do us all a solid and hype our videos. Even if you can't hype them, like them. Just you being here, sometimes it even helps, not sometimes, all the time when you're here, it helps us out a lot. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you. We are gonna, once all the series is over, we are gonna do a top 10 maybe, or top 15 or top 20 or something like that, and show how each of those were made. So I hope you guys stick around for that. But I absolutely love doing this series for you all. And I also want to say thank you guys for wanting to do the 30 days of gratefulness. So that'll be happening on November 1st. Don't forget to stop by and tell Jenny I said hello. I can't wait to see what she has for you guys. Don't forget to hype this video if you haven't already done so. And also, if you don't mind, you can stop by and buy me a coffee. If you can't, that's okay. This is just a way to help me with the supplies that I get on this channel that I have to constantly replenish, like our terracotta teapots. But if you can't, just you being here is good enough for me. Until the next video, hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.